Life is this. I like this.
Oh, okay.
Good? Okay, yeah, we're recording? Yeah? Okay. Okay, as you see, we're not in the car. Just some days I'm not really feeling like recording in the car anymore, so I'm going to do some intros in the car, some intros not in the car. But today, we're smashing back. Oh yeah, we are. So again, same principle as I've been doing for my other back days, is we're going to start from the top of the back and we're going to work our way all the way down, hitting every single muscle in the back, right? That's the way I like to do it. And we're going to start with our overload, targeting the biggest portion and the strongest portion in the back first, which is that upper portion, right? We're going to go into a shrug / a row variation, trying to keep tension, pure mechanical tension as much as possible, while overloading the weight every single set. So this will be my first actual set. Yeah, you're probably, oh, it's not heavy, it's 2 plates. Well, you're probably right. But yeah, I'm just going for mechanical tension. I'm trying not to jerk the weight as much as possible. If I do jerk it, then I'm going to try to control it down, just allowing the muscle to overload eccentrically. And this is just my first set. Oh yes, it's light. Go ahead. Reps. Set 1 feels pretty good. Gonna increase. Again, drive more reps. That wasn't a failure set, of course, as you see. So I do feel like personally, I just need to overload weight a little bit more, and that's just something I feel like I need. So I'm gonna do that in my next set. So about a minute, 2-minute breather. We kill the next one.
I thought that was 12. I counted 12. You said 21 or something.
That was like 20 reps.
I think that was 12.
Okay, going to set 2. Again, using these for overloads. This is a very good exercise to overload. The more perpendicular to the floor you go, the harder it is, right? Going in this motion. The higher up you come, the easier it becomes, but it's another way to just overload the traps, right? So that's what we're doing. Trying to keep them as controlled as possible with as much tension as possible, and while overloading the weight as much as possible in the end, and then utilizing cheat reps where we need. There we go. It's like 19, but yeah, that's what we want. Started to lose momentum, or not momentum, like essentially form started to break down, arms really started to take it, back started to lose it. That's failure to me. Probably go up one more time. Last set's gonna be a drop set. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Crypto.
The grind never stops.
Good?
I don't know. Maybe not.
How long was the recording or?
Yeah, record.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, last set. Overload. And then drop set. But I don't know, drive a little more blood. Seem a little useless, but hey, who knows, right? All right, that's it for that. A little breather into the next one. Okay, I don't know if it's gonna work. In my head it works. It's essentially a row, like we just hit our upper back hard, trying to emphasize, of course, what we just did with our landmine rows, more or less trying to shrug into the weight. Now we're gonna try and hit just a little bit lower, still gonna target traps, right? Gonna be the rear delts all the way through into upper lat, right? I'm almost imagining in my head like a pull apart row, not just a pure row, but almost something where the cables will be crossed, and then we're gonna almost pull apart, keep tension in the muscle, and stopping about here, and then pulling it apart again. Almost like a reverse fly, but a reverse fly row. Sounds good in my head. We'll see. I don't even know how it's gonna work. Oh, that's heavy! Yeah, right, I can't focus on that. Let's try 30. Holy. Still fucking holy. This movement's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. Sorry, this is not good. Hand me something. Oh, that's better. Oh, that's fucking hard. Oh, that's dead. Woo. Alright. Way harder than I thought it was going to be, but it felt good. That's exactly what I was looking for. I almost wondering if I should hold the cable instead, like instead of using this handle, because when I have both handles crossed off, there's this. So that's why I can't get so close together, because my handles will ball up against this. But if I take this off, and maybe I just hold it right here, I'll be able to get a little more range of motion doing the exact same thing. So I'm going to try that for my next set. Also, every set you do of these, one hand will be on top, one hand will be underneath, just because the cables, just rotate them, right? So if your left hand's underneath, your right hand's on top, just rotate them for your next set, right? Rotate them for your last set. To me, I don't know, I find whenever hand's on top, I get a little more squeeze to it, and then, you know, so I rotate, get the squeeze on the other side. Yeah, breather, 2 more of those. Okay. Just got lost in my own head. Go on to the next exercise here. So what we're doing, again, is going to be another variation, focusing more on the lats. We're going to be going for a full emphasized stretch, allowing the body to twist to get even more of a stretch in the lat, and then it's almost going to be an initiation of the torso first, before we start contracting into the back. Single arm kneeling at a time, you'll see in a second. I'll just do it lighter weight to demonstrate. We're going to go into a full stretch, and then as we go into the contraction, we're going to twist, like get this little twist like this, and then drive. Full twist, right, and then initiate this. Initiate this, then finish the pull. It's going to help take out most of that arm engagement, and it's going to help initiate that lat before even driving off into the motion, which is what we want. So now I'm going to do it real weight. This will be my first set. Just try and take these to failure and try and keep as much tension in the muscle as possible. pyramid up every single set, right? And these are great. Juicing up the top lat, right? It's all in that upper lat here. Freaking deadly movement. Give them a go if you haven't. But about a minute break in between each arm because we're trying to drive reps, drive as much blood as possible, and overload. And we got 3 sets of this per arm. Yeah. Now we're going to try and target through the entire lat on this motion. The hardest portion, of course, being the last insertion of the lat, right? But we're going to try our best, try and just keep pure tension when we're doing a straight arm pull down variation. I don't like ropes as I've explained, but this is a great alternative, right? Just the way it's positioned, like it takes your pinky being driven out into here. It's just pure palm grip. Yeah, this thing's freaking wicked. But this is a great variation. And again, we're just going to try and target through that entire lat. Leaning into the motion, hinging at the hips, allowing for a full stretch in the lat in the vertical position with my torso being parallel to the floor. And then as I initiate in, I'm doing a slight, you could say, hip thrust up in a way, just to try and engage, make the weight lessened on my arms, but engage more through the lats. To me, it feels good. It's not going to feel great for everybody, but it's the way I personally like to do it. I'm a big believer, you feel it, it's going to be working, right? So it's targeting exactly where I want to be hitting in my lat. And it's just, again, a slight way to cheat the weight, so I'm not just purely using my arm. I'm using a little momentum just to initiate that motion and then drive purely in the lats as much as possible. Oh, 3 sets of this, and then probably blast spinal erectors in some way. Yeah. All right, I thought, why not? While I'm here, why not give another variation? It's the exact same movement. We're just going to be using an easy bar, or you can use a lat pull down bar if you don't have ropes or that other attachment we were just using, right? So you can do this with any single attachment. You can even technically do this with a small handle, and you could go single arm and focus on that single, well, body part. So you know what I mean? So it's going to be the same thing. The difference with this now that we're not using the rope is that I can do seesaw motions now, right? So I can start in the harder variation, right? I can start like this. Once I come to complete mechanical failure, I can kind of go to one side, right? And drive on the opposite side, giving the other side, you know, a 2-second rest, right? Just helping drive more blood. So we do 1 set here. The bar makes it easier, so I'm going to increase the weight a little bit. And then this will be the set. Just try and drive it out to failure, right? Exact same motion. Do it in the failure, then we go rocking motion. Easier with the bar, but with that weight increase, I purposely made it harder, right? I'm not trying to make it easy. I still want it to be hard and then take it to failure because we want growth. You can't stay in the comfort zone. You have to push out of it and grow. So that was a good set and a heavier set than my first. Just an easier motion and then driving a little more blood using the easier variation. So that's 2 variations of the exact same movement. Yeah. Okay, going into our last back movement today. You've probably seen me do these in another video where I'm just kind of rounding in the back and squeezing through, trying to emphasize the spinal erectors, right? This is just the exact same thing, but I'm going to do a little more hip activation and glute squeeze as I'm going to be loading the weights. But same principle, just trying to get that lower back activation as much as possible for some growth, right? Get like the abs in the back, looks deadly. Christmas tree, there we go. Yeah. Head rush. Same thing with that though. Ooh. Listen. Maybe so lightheaded. Okay. Activate the glutes before you initiate the motion, right? Tighten up the bar, squeeze the glutes, right? Hip thrust into the pad, and then proceed with your lift off. This is just to make the spine safer, right? You don't want to jerk off into essentially an unsafer, an unsolid form, right? So just tighten up and then proceed to execute the movement.
Don't jerk off. Don't jerk
off. There'll be 3 of these, each taking them as close to failure as possible. I think that was 15, and like to me that was a deadly. Yeah, I haven't done them weighted in a while, so 135 for, you know, just trying to keep them as strict as possible, so I'm happy with that. Little breather, 2 more. Okay.
Hi.
That's for back day today. You know, same general principle as I like to do. Not always, but usually for me to have a really good back day, I find it is working it from the top down. Your strongest lifts start up. That's what I find, and then as you start to make your way down the back, they do get a little bit weaker. Though that's not always the case either, because deadlifts is like a full body lift, which is going to fire off your spinal erectors and everything, right? But that's just the way I like to do it. It's good. Overload the traps, upper back hard, right? Branch into lats and your rear delts and everything, right? Rear delts and then your lats, and then eventually make your way to spine erectors, and yeah. All right. We're going to get out of here. See you in the next one. It's leg day. Yeah. Peace.